so are we to start this season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. A.K. Deere, the freshman from the state of Mississippi, they're really excited about this guy. All the recruiting services loved him, and he's going to get his chance early. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. On the move, it's Hill. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense.
Maybe some room here. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. They go play action with Russell. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ohio State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. Big pickup up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Now here's Sayin. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. I mean, this guy has some serious guts from its own end zone. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Tide ready to roll on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. The lone back's got it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Russell throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They're going to test the right side with this one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Russell. A little screen to the running back. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback making checks. Throwing Russell. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box as he knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Takes it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They're setting up the screen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up.
Makes the grab and room to run. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Say it. It's caught.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Quarterback running on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play and getting the ball back to its offense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keelan Russell gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Pressure coming. And to throw it before he wanted. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. There he goes to the left. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Russell. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He might want another play.
Over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, it's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that one took everything he had had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The run inside. It's Jackson. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Here's Sayin to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Complete downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the number 16 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Bulldogs, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. And the tackle is made on the return, but a penalty flag has flown, and I think they may be backing it up a bit. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throw it, say it. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Jackson. Might have a chance. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown!
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
To the ground. He's got it again. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Escapes the pressure to his right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Quarterback may change this route. Keelan Russell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been...
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Handoff from the gun. Makes it past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Russell. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back gets the give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses on it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Alabama pushing the tempo.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions...
Going long. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands. runs for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Russell from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real time.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell on play action. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's knocked down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. After 3 periods of play, and these two running backs have gone head-to-head. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's right down the boulevard. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the...
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The option, he'll keep it.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Get it out on the screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He's got the back in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the catch. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Holds and fires complete to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Say it. Got a man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Again, it's Say it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate and makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Mack. Here's a heat. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Might be changing the route. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
They feed him again. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season.